What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full Hail Pokemon team. This one is for Patreon. If you want your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Heavy, this one is for you. Now, I come up with a cool Hail team. There's a lot of Pokemon that could work in Hail, and there's only a very few amount of abilities. So I included all the abilities I could in this one team. So it's a cool little challenge. That wasn't even a pun, by the way. Anyway, people, leave your theme teams in the comment section below. Any feedback on the video would be wonderful too. And if you enjoy these, people, leave a like on the video. Don't freeze up on me. So we have a battle on my chat. That's in the description of the video too. This one was against Med Student. Now we have a Pikachu lead and a Vulpix lead. Now this Vulpix lead was sort of a setup for the rest of my Pokemon. So this was a Snow Warning set I had on this. Snow Warning with Icy Rock to get that maximum turns out of the Hail I possibly could. I had Hypnosis, Blizzard, Aurora Veil, and Freeze Dry. So I was mainly getting the Veil up and then spamming Blizzard or Freeze Dry. And also, if any Pokemon come out I couldn't do much to, I'd get the Hypnosis up if it actually hit. Anyways, so we have a Pikachu lead. I'm going to go for the Blizzard here to try and get some damage on that. And that's going to be way too much for Pikachu to live. So that is down. So that's a pretty good start, getting rid of Pikachu. Now we have, this was quite interesting. So we have a Charmander coming out. Now, I won't give away what this team was at the moment, but you'll see. So I'm going to go for a Blizzard again because there wasn't much I could do. I thought I could go for Hypnosis, but I didn't want to take the risk. So the Charmander is going to use Sunny Day and get rid of my Hail. So it's like, oh, that sucks. I'm going to have to set Hail up again during this battle. But that's all good. I knew that I could outspeed it. So I thought about it for a bit. I was like, I could swap out, but then again, all my Pokemon are Ice types, right? So I'm going to go for the Blizzard again in the Sun, and that's enough to take out the Charmander. So that was cool. So Vulpix, Berries, Pikachu, and Charmander. So a solid start to this battle. Now we have Charmeleon coming. You can probably see where this battle's going. So there wasn't anything I was going to be able to do to this. The best I could do was go for the Hypnosis or the Blizzard. Decided to go for the Blizzard, and in case it had like a Focus Sash or anything like that. Anyways, Charmander's going to go for a Brick Break, and that's going to be enough to take out my Vulpix. And my Aurora Veil does wear off there too. And we all know that crit mattered. So now I need to get the Hail up again, right? So I'm going to swap in my Vanilluxe. So this Vanilluxe was... this was a physical set with, I had Icicle Sphere on, Explosion, Avalanche, and Mirror Coat with the King's Rock. So I was trying to get as many King's Rock scum with Icicle Sphere as possible. But in this situation, there was nothing really to do other than go for the Explosion to get rid of Charmeleon because it was quite a big threat. Unfortunately, it just lives there, and Vanilluxe is going to go down. So I've got the Hail. It actually was a Fire Spin. So I think it was the Everlight bulky Fire Spin trapping set. Sounds like something I'd run. Anyway, so the Charmeleon is almost going to go down to the Hail. The next turn, it's going to go down regardless of whether it takes me out or not. So swapping my Beartic. Now, this Beartic set worked really, really well on this team. So I've got Slush Rush on this. I've got Focus Punch with this Vitium Z. I've got Blizzard, Surf, and Play Rough. Max Attack, Max Special Attack. So the Hail, Slush Rush making up for my bad speed and being a complete mixed attacker. Okay, so now we have the Pikachu coming. I was like, let's go for the Vitium Z Focus Punch. This thing hits like a truck, right? A lot of the time, too, I can predict swaps to go for the Focus Punch on the swap. So, I don't lose my tightening my focus. And then I was able to hit them with a really strong Focus Punch. And a lot of the time, I could make it out that it was a physical set and then use a bust out like a Blizzard or something like that. Anyway, so going for the Z Focus Punch, that's going to be way too much for Pikachu to live, leaving it another smoking crater. So another Pikachu down. So the last two Pokemon. So I'm running like a really, I'm having an absolute lead at the moment, like a huge lead. Now we have the Alolan Raichu coming in. So it's going to go for its Z move, Scummy Surfer. That's going to be way too much for my Beartic to actually leave this one since it's running a sweeping set. Okay, I think I've run over that. So all the abilities right on this team. I wanted to run Snow Warning, right? I wanted to run Snow Cloak. I wanted to run Ice Body, and I wanted to run Slush Rush. So I wanted to run all the abilities that could work well in Hail. Anyway, so I'm going to get finally hit by the Scummy Surfer, and that's going to be enough to take out my Beartic there. And we all know that critical hit mattered. So I've got 3 Pokemon left. I'm still in a pretty good position. Now, I've got my Snova left, which is another setter for the Hail. And I've also got my Sandshrew. Now, this Sandshrew was pretty cool. I wanted to run on this one Snow Cloak and Bright Powder. It was a classic Pimpnite Rest Sleep Talk set with Gyro Ball and Toxic. So going for the Toxic, I thought that was more important than going for Gyro Ball. Because Gyro Ball wasn't going to really do too much anyway. It resisted it. And had no attack EVs either. I was running max health, max defense. Okay, so I've got the Toxic up. Now I was like, I can go for Bright Powder now. So the Gyro Ball, and then hopefully the Bright Powder will kick in. I can go for the Bright Powder, guys. That's definitely a move. Anyway, so Alola Raichu's going to take me out with the Thunderbolt. And unfortunately, my ability didn't kick in there. Even holding the Bright Powder, it wasn't enough. You definitely can't rely on the accuracy modifiers for that. It's just all chance. Anyway, so bringing in the Dugong. Sandshrew did its job anyway. It got the Toxic up. That was quite important. So this was a physical, bulky Dugong with Ice Body. I've got Assault Vest on this. I'm running Max Health, Max Attack, Assault Vest, Fake Out, Drill Run, Waterfall, and Ice Shard on this one. Works fairly well. So going for the Fake Out, getting some extra damage. Now I know that's going to go for a Thunderbolt or any electric type move. So I swapped into Snova and I got my Snow up, right? So that'd be handy. Okay, so this Snova set. This is really just a Hail setter. Leech Seed, Ingrain, Frost Breath, Giga Drain with a Snow Warding, and Everlight. So I'm going to get Paralyzed, of course I am. By that. Now, this was a Max Health and Max Special Defense set. That's what I was running on it. That worked well with my Sandshrew. Anyway, so Raichu's almost going to go down to that. However, it's going to go for the Volt Switch now. So I know they're going to try and save it later for my Dugong, right? So it's like, okay, that's cool. And I actually haven't revealed all of my moves either. So now the problem Pokemon was the Charizard. So their team was a Charmander evolution team and a Pikachu evolution team without the Pikachu, I guess. So interesting team. Anyway, so Charizard is a big problem. So I actually went for Leech Seed on the swap there. Unfortunately, I got paralyzed, which really sucks because I would have loved to have that Leech Seed up. Then I could have gone for a Frost Breath there. Anyway, so now it's going to go for a Dragon Dance, boosting its attack. Now, the one thing going for me, I haven't actually shown off my Dugong's ability. And Dugong commonly runs Thick Fat, so I was hoping, maybe they won't go for that. If they got a Fire move, then maybe they'll go for something else. Anyway, so I know my Snova's going to get wrecked by, I don't know, an Ember's going to wreck it, or anything's going to take it out there, even though it's running a physical set. So it's going to go for the Flare Blitz. There's no way I'm going to be able to lift that one. And the best thing about that was the Charizard is going to take a lot of recall damage. So, I mean, maybe it didn't have a flying type move. That was its best opportunity. I was bulky in defense too, so I guess that was necessary. So we got the Hail still doing a little bit of damage. My last Pokemon is the Dugong, so there's still a Alola Raichu and a Charizard to go for. So now I've got Fake Out. Obviously the Raichu cannot come into that. It's going to go down. So that does pretty good damage. I get the flinch there. The Hail stops, unfortunately, which is actually quite good. Now going for, I actually went for the Waterfall this turn. Charizard is going to eat a berry, which sucks. So that's going to eat a berry and get lots of its health back, which is the Agway berry. Now, Charizard is going to go for a Shadow Claw this time. Now, the reason they went for a Shadow Claw is they thought I had a Thick Fat. I actually had Ice Body, which definitely helped me out. And obviously no recall and trying to go for a critical hit too. Waterfall is going to be enough to take out the Charizard, so that was good. So quite a tricky decision there to go for a Flare Blitz or a Shadow Claw, because I quite easily could have been running Thick Fat since it's still an Ice-type Pokemon. Alright, so now I saved Ice Shard all the way to the end, and that's going to take out the Raichu, and that is game. So Dugong MVP at the end there, and the Vulpix definitely helped a lot out at the start, and that is the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let's get on to the second battle. This one was against Katie. Now we had my same lead. A lot of the time I could run with Vulpix as the lead, or just any one of my other Snow Warding Pokemon. That kind of was the best bet with this team. So we have a Raticate lead. Now Raticate can do a lot of different things. I just wanted to get the Veil up and maybe get a Blizzard off on this thing, and that could help. Or I was thinking I could go for Hypnosis as well, just cause some soul. Anyway, so we have the Raticate swapping out, and we have the Soul Rock swapping in. So I'm like, oh, this is not good. This is going to wreck me. So unfortunately, the Hypnosis misses. It got bad accuracy, so I wasn't expecting it to land anyway. So I've got the Aurora Veil happening, which is good. At least that was the best thing I could do. If I could get another Blizzard off, that'd be nice. But if I could get the Veil up, that'd help my other Pokemon. So now the Soul Rock is going to go for the Flare Blitz. And since I've got the Veil up, and that's actually going to be able to take that on 27 health. Plus, it wasn't stabbed from the Soul Rock too, so I'm able to live that one. Okay, so now I can go for the Blizzard on this. I know that it's not going to take it out, but it's going to do pretty good damage. So going for the Blizzard on the Soul Rock does pretty good damage. I was running max speed, max special attack. Soul Rock is going to go for the Cosmic Power, so that's good. It's going to be able to not live another Blizzard after this. It doesn't have any, it didn't have a berry kick in or anything like that, so that's good. I'd say maybe she was expecting a swap. I'm not too sure. Then again, all my Pokemon are ice, so I couldn't really swap out in this situation. So that's my Solrock. That's their Solrock down, and the Vulpix is still hanging around. If that had Stone Edge, that would have been different. I think it would have been very difficult to swap into that thing. So now we have Raticate coming in. It's going to finish me off with Quick Attack, obviously, and that is my Vulpix down. But it got the Hail up and took out one Pokemon, so that's pretty good. So now, I thought against Raticate, I could swap in my Sandshrew and go for the Gyro Ball and hope that Snow Cloak and Bright Powder kicks in. That'd be really cool. So swapping Alolan Sandshrew. I love Alolan Sandshrew design. It's so cute. Anyway, so now the Raticate's going to go for the Flame Wheel, which is, that's 4 times against me. I tanked that like a beast due to the Aurora Veil. I actually don't have Everlight in the set. I was running the max health and max defense set. If this had Everlight, that would have done probably a quarter. Anyway, so it does pretty good damage to Gyro Ball. Now, unfortunately for me here, that the Aurora Veil actually wears off. So now I was hoping, well, please miss with Flame Wheel, and unfortunately I don't get the Scumbag, Snowcloak, Bright Powder, and Raticate is going to be able to take me out with Flame Wheel. So unfortunately that didn't I didn't miss that one, but it still did pretty good damage, and it tanked that Flame Wheel really well. I like the bulky defensive Sandshrew. Now, I could definitely run that with Everlight and it would work even better. So now, swapping in Dugong, since I've got Fake Out and the Hail is up already, there's no way this Raticate's going to live. I mean, it could swap out, but there's probably not too much point, and that's Raticate down, so that's good getting that one out the way, especially with Flame Wheel. That was that super effective against every one of my Pokemon? Oh, no, except Dugong. It was super effective against, like, every one of my Pokemon. Oh, man, Snowball would have got wrecked by it. Anyway, so we have Steedy coming in, which is really cool. Going for the Ice Shard, that does over half health. Now, this is an Assault Vest Dugong. Leaf Storm does absolutely nothing to that. I mean, if I didn't have Assault Vest, that would have been doing a lot of damage, like, well over half, I'd say. And that's going to be Steeny down to another Ice Shard. I guess there's no point swapping out the Steeny that's already basically done its best work. So that is down. Good to see Steeny being used to. A really cool Pokemon. Anyways, so pretty even battle at the moment. So I've still got Waterfall to use on my Dugong as well. Plus I've still got Drill. Drill is mainly there to use against electric types. Anyway, so we have the Sawsbuck coming out. I know this thing carries Jump Kick, so I'm going to go into Snova and Torn Leech. They're its main moves I was worried about. I really just wanted to get the Hail up and then go for just any ice type move myself to try and get some damage on. Okay, so now we have the Horn Leech. That's going to do a little bit of damage to me, not very much. And that's a good swap in. Plus, I've got my Hail Setter still alive too, which is cool. So now I'm expecting the Jump Kick, which is going to use. And since I'm Everlight, I actually just tanked that one on. I tanked it on 8, or was it 6 or 8 health? No, sorry, 8 health. I'm able to get the Frost Breath off against the Sawsbuck. Sawsbuck is not very tanky at all. So I just like heaps of damage to it. That's always a critical hit too. I was going to say that crit matter. Anyway, so it's going to have a weakness policy. I'm like, oh, I need to take this thing out fast. The good thing is the Hail is still around, and I've got Dugong to take it out with the Fake Out as well. Okay, so now the Jump Kick again from the Sawsbuck, and that's going to be enough to take out my Snova. Man, if that Jump Kick missed, there would have been a lot of assault. So now I've got Dugong to swap in. I mean, Sawsbuck could swap out here, but there's not really much point. I mean, it's already used up its weakness policy. There's probably not a lot of point in swapping out. So going for the Fake Out anyway, and that's going to be enough to take out Sawsbuck. I like Sawsbuck. I actually haven't done a Sawsbuck. I can't believe it. I just thought about it. I haven't actually done a Sawsbuck like all the cloaks on it. I need to do that thing too. Anyway, so getting the Ice Body from the Hail, which is cool. This Dugong was like MVP in a lot of the battles. It was bulky. It was nice at offense. Had priority. It was really good. So I've got to swap out there because Loftus is a very scary Pokemon. It's going to use Attract on my Ice Cream. So this was the physical set, right? I thought I could make use of Mirror Coat here if it had like Hydro Pump or something like that. I thought I could do that. I thought maybe I should just get rid of it now because it could really be annoying with Attract. It's going to go for the Water Pulse. So it's going to be one of those scummy Confuse, trying to get the confusion from the Water Pulse and have the Attract up as well, which is really going to be annoying. So I'm going to get Immobilized by Love there, which I kind of saw coming. Now the Love Disc is going to go for another Water Pulse, hoping to confuse me, getting that scumminess off. So I'm going to get the Confusion here. And it's going to have a Life Orb too, doing a little bit more damage. So going for the Life Orb Water Pulse on me, I get through the Infatuation and the Confusion, and I'm able to get the Explosion off, which is good. So that's going to be enough to take out the Love Disc, and that's going to take out my Vanilluxe too. But that's cool. I'm able to get, I've still got Dugong around and one other Pokemon. So that's cool. I mean, I could have gone for Mirror Coat there, but I was just worried that it wouldn't do enough damage to me, and then I'd get confused the next turn, and I'd get taken out by a Love Disc. That would have been cool, though. So anyways, we have the Castform coming out, which is the last Pokemon, and I've got the Beartic. So I was thinking, Castform could go for a weather type move here, go for like a sunny day or something. So I was like, let's go for Focus Punch and see what happens. The Castform is going to go for Hurricane, and it misses. I'm like, oh, that's so salty. So I'm able to get the Focus Punch off, and that's going to be like way too much for poor little Castform. It's going to hit it right in the balls, and that's Castform down. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I would have been salty about that too. I got a good bonus battle up here, and some more theme teams coming up this week. Peace out.